Yes, people, what is happening? Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. As you can see so far, it's just me and David, man. David, Arsenal fan, what's going on, brother?
Bro, what's going on, bro, fam? I can't lie, this weekend football was a snooze fest.
Oh, it was dire. It was Kieran dire, mate. Absolute dire.
Good.
It's not been the one, has it? We don't know where the rest are. What we do know is that Oscar's not feeling great, guys. You know this bug that's going around people? Your boy's been in bed from Wednesday until now, and Oscar's just been knocked out today. So, guys, wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? When you're sneezing and coughing, you know what I'm saying? Do your due diligence.
Sanitize.
And the thing is, you know what's so funny? On the overground today, there's bare masks now. I'm seeing man them in bare masks. I got the train to Stratford from Highbury and Islington, and it was just like, hella masks. I was like, yeah, boy.
Hey, bro, if you hear some snoring, that's my brother still.
He's conked for the day, yeah?
He's conked,
He's conked for the day, boy.
Yeah,
I know.
So if you man is snoozing, that's my young brother over there.
Look at Tahar saying, look, 2-man pod and 2 Arsenal fans. Listen, Tahar. Oscar stitched us up, bruv. He stitched us up.
Has he missed? Oh my days.
And what you're referring to there is obviously the Monday Night Football. West Ham, again on TV, Monday Night Football against Newcastle United. But guess who's coming to save the day as well? Guess who's joined us? Just like Mo Salah running down the friggin' wing. Boom. There he is.
In the building.
He's in the building. I was going to say the champion surely should be arriving. I would have thought, it would be shocking to not see the champion arrive.
Has had a stinker.
AD, what's happening, man? What are you saying?
Oh, good lads, man. How's it happening?
Okay, now that he knows that the league is here, he's fresh faced. He's back. He's back like the yak.
Like he never left.
Like he never left. Let me go through the comments section. Remember, guys, I'm not Oscar, so it's not going to be fluid. It's not going to be, you know what I mean? I'm just going to do as I can. Mira says, good evening to the greatest footballing podcast to air on a Monday night when who is ready for the new season of F1? Renewed hope for a title for the red-coloured team. Steady. Formula One is back, people. I can't wait. I can't friggin' wait. It's a shame the race is at 4 a.m. in the morning, but hey ho, bro, we have to. We make it happen. We make it happen. Tahar says, "Big up top 4 on a week where Cucurella, Caicedo, and Callum Hudson-Odoi put Chelsea back into the top 4." I hear you. I hear what you're saying. David NL says, "Big up top 4 podcast. Hope everyone had a brilliant weekend. Got 61 points on fantasy. Who is the best goalkeeper that has ever played in the Premier League, in your opinion?" Tough choice, man. Tough choice. I think for me, number 1, I think is Czech.
Yeah, Czech.
I think it's Czech.
Schmeichel, Man United, Peter.
Seaman? David Seaman?
Yeah. I'll get Seaman. He's had a few hot years.
I mean, he's got a couple titles. Alisson, of course. Alisson's definitely up there.
But he's had.
I think Alisson's the best in the world today.
Yeah.
And has been for some
I think pre-injury, checkmate. That one, you weren't scoring past
it was a joke.
Granted, you had Terry and Carvalho in front of him, and you had Makalele and them man there.
Yeah.
But, mate, how many goals did they concede one season? Was
15. 15 in his first year in England when he won the Premier League. And I think he had, I can't remember how many clean sheets.
He conceded like 13, by the way, because I remember there's 2 that Carlo conceded.
That Carlo
conceded. Of course. Of course. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Carlo Cudicini, who was a great goalkeeper that they replaced. For
me, 13 goals conceded
in a season.
Nah, that's crazy.
Madness. Absolute madness. Because I think they only lost one game probably that season, because they didn't lose at home. They never lost at home under Jose for like a good 2 years or whatever it was. And then I think they lost one away game, which was away at Man City. And then that was it.
An Anelka penalty, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I don't know why I thought Robinho was that Anelka. Of course, it was. It would have been Anelka because it was back in the day, wasn't it? Way back. But yeah, I'd say check. What you say?
I think check. Yeah, I'll go check.
I got Schmeichel, man. I think just his impact on those Man United title-winning sides, like literally that whole starfish thing, like it was impossible. Like because with goalkeeping, there's two sides to it. There's the goalkeeping ability, and then there's the aura. And I think he was just off the charts in both. So whatever his goal stopping ability lacked, he made up for it in just his aura and his presence, and he put strikers even the great Ian Wright used to be petrified of him. So I think it's Schmeichel, man.
Yeah. Schmeichel was exceptional. He was. Big up AD, unsaid truth guy. Yeah,
I remember like someone like years ago. I used to do a podcast. Like I used to do like radio with David because he's a DJ, isn't it? So he had a
selector.
Yeah, so yeah. He had a little thing he used to do called Unsaid Truths back in the day. So he used to be in Tottenham, I think.
Oh yeah,
years back.
You were doing laps, bro. Tottenham.
Yeah,
you were doing laps.
Mileage, bro.
Crazy. Nat says, how are you friends with a man that robbed your friend? All now it doesn't make sense.
Oh, what's happened here, bro? Who got robbed?
What's that? More stack? No, that's probably a bar.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Question of the day from Nat says, what player is worse, Carlos Sanchez or Wout Faes?
Ooh.
Wout Faes for me.
First of all, he had the worst hairdo. Because all I'm seeing is afro for the pair of them.
Face. Because I think Carlos Sanchez actually had a good reputation before he joined. Was it West Ham?
Yeah. Was
it West Ham or Villa? Can't remember which team he joined.
He played for both.
He played for both, even worse.
I think he was at Villa first, West Ham. But bro, I can't lie. His second, whatever his second team was, I think he must have played like 9 games that season. He was awful. He was so
done.
So
toast.
He was so bad.
Absolutely toast. Baraka says, big up to the best podcast to air on a Monday afternoon when Tony Khan can't book a main event right and Triple H can't push the right superstars. Oh, the tug of war here, man. Tug of war here. Oh man, wrestling. Look, I'm gonna get my head involved in the wrestling stuff at some point, but yeah, this right now, Formula One has got my full attention.
Yeah.
My full attention. What? Camera on? No HMP background? We got pictures today? That's what I'm saying. He's fresh out.
Mad.
Fresh out, bruv. It's fresh out. AD has a camera. The crew are happy to see you, bro. They're happy to see you, mate.
Mr. Luscious. What? Hey, let's pause, mate. Hey,
that's
pause.
right. I let it slide. Even
hold it.
But yeah, man.
Wout Faes starts for Belgium, and that's how pony their defense is. Yeah, that's peak.
But, you know what? Because at least with Wout Faes, at least he's an imitation of a good centre half. Like in the Championship last year, like when he was actually playing at his level, he was alright. You know what I mean? But he's a cart horse, man. He's really
absolutely shocking scenes. Endo says, which top 4 podcast panelist is the most and least approachable in real life? Interesting. Interesting.
I feel like you rub shoulders with the geezers, you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
You've got some versatility in that sense.
I'll tell you what, Oscar's birthday, by the way, you talk about versatility. There was all sorts in there. There was like 5 different walks of life in that same room.
Literally.
It was hilarious. But I don't know who's the most. God knows, mate. God knows.
Definitely don't run up on me, bruv, on the street saying, nah, bro.
Do you know who might be one of the best, actually? The man Robinho. He's live in the building. I think he.
Hello.
Where are you?
Excellent entrance.
Where am I? That's a good question.
Bruv, man has to blur the backgrounds, bro.
Yeah. I'm somewhere in Europe.
Top secret location.
I cannot say. You know,
man can't say where he is. Damn.
Robinho, what do you reckon? Do you reckon you're the?
I am in the land of who can I? Land of Thomas Muller. I am in Deutschland.
Okay, in the land of Thomas Muller. God, you plucked
Yeah,
him
that
out
was well.
of all the
Yeah.
the Germans. Who is the
Even
most?
his dad would have been better. You know what I mean?
Who is the most or least approachable in real life? Would you say, Robinho, to answer Ender's question?
Well, us lot.
The top 4 panel.
It's definitely not you, Peter.
What's not me? There's 2 options.
It's
What's
not you.
me?
It's not
What-
you.
What?
Neither of them.
You're
What,
the
you
least
can't approach
approachable.
Peter? Oh, swear
No.
down.
What? You can't approach me. I beg to differ.
No.
It depends. Do you know
No.
what? If I'm on my ones, yeah, what, like on a journey, like what, public transport
I'm
situation?
saying you are on your own. You are on the tube, headphones in.
Yeah, I don't want no
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah, it's true.
You
I
don't want no conversation. No.
Yeah, I don't want no conversation.
I think it's either myself or Oscar.
The most approachable, yourself or Oscar? Okay. Who's
Yeah.
the least approachable? So is it between me and who? Me, Dave?
Bruv, it's me, bro.
No, David, do you know what it is? David is approachable if he knows you. If he doesn't know you, then then
Yo,
it's a
bro,
different
listen.
story. Yeah.
I'm trying to get, especially when I'm outside, yeah, when I'm trying to get to A
Yeah.
to B quick.
If
I
David
can't
knows
know-
you, then yeah, you'll have
I was saying, yo, guys, hey, what?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Oscar and Robin are very approachable. Peter seems to be approachable, to be fair. He seems like a sociable guy. Very sociable, man. Very, very social. Nat is asking you, Robin, why are you dressed like 2013 Jay-Z? Just on that
you know
precipice
what?
of Tidal.
One of those places like when you have to dress smart, and I just have a lot of black shirts that are just the smart cash.
You
So
just
you
need a
gotta wear
fitted. You just need a fitted.
Yeah.
I just need to see that. That's it.
Yeah.
We're through.
I'm trying to
No,
feel
we're
the album cover he's looking, not American Gangster. What cover would it be? It's one of his first ones, the volume ones, before Blueprint.
The Black Album?
Nah, not that one.
Not
It's
that
one of the
one.
volume ones.
Okay, one of the
Volume
blueprints.
2, yeah, one of volume 2, just before Blueprint. I thought, let me find it.
Okay. 2013 Jay-Z is crazy. It is indeed. Guys, is there any highlights of the week? God, I tell you,
What happened on the
mate.
weekend?
Not
No,
a
do you know
great
what?
deal.
I'll say this. The highlight of the week was the weather. The weather was weathering.
Okay.
It was. I had 10 days of no rain where I lived, and
What
we
the-
reached 20. We reached 20 on the weekend. So
20.
I was 20. So
Wow.
it was lovely on the continent.
Some of us were bedridden in the 15 degree, 16 degree weather this week, man.
Mm.
Bedridden.
I am not trying. If I'm gonna get sick, it has to be today or tomorrow. I'm not trying to get sick next Monday. Man has to see John Cena. I'm not having it. So,
Bro, I'm quarantined right now, bro. These men are just getting sick left, right, center, bro. What's going on?
Man are getting knocked out, bruv, at the moment.
Mm.
So it's not looking good, bruv. Anybody got anything else before we get into the first topic of the evening?
Highlight, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, I was just on YouTube watching the WWE vote, man. There's some good stuff on there, man.
Well, they've literally
hey,
the vote is what the network was.
WCW.
Well, the vote is what the network was. Do you know what I'm saying? They've just literally they're just taking bit by bit.
But they can't
off the
put
network.
it all on Netflix. That's just the thing. So
Listen,
They don't
you
deserve
know
it.
what I want. You know what to give me because now
but they
97
started
is interrupted.
WCW. The WCW channel started. So
You know,
just
no,
do
guys,
their thing.
we need to do like on the off the cuff, yeah, like a shocking WCW episode, and we need to rinse it. There are some episodes. Yeah, WWE has been involved,
you're talking late 2000, early 2001.
Oh yeah, early
That's what you're
2000.
looking
Oh
at.
yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
year 2000. Oh my god,
But when
This
you
is
started,
crazy.
you had NWO, Latino, WO, all them lot there.
Brother,
Ah,
when
mate.
David Arquette was champion,
Yep.
we're talking Monica Geller, David Arquette. When he was champion,
Hey, Peter,
Or
that
even-
Buff Bagwell's mum on a pole match. What the heck? It's ridiculous.
Bagwell.
Also,
Buff
did
Bagwell.
any of you man catch the
Judy
Sidemen
Bagwell.
charity match
I didn't watch it.
at
man.
Wembley?
No, absolutely not.
You missed some bangers of a goal still. But they
I
raised 5 million. That is crazy. 5
They
million.
sold it out, didn't they? Did
They
sell
sold it out.
Wembley?
90,000 people. When Speed
Tremendous.
scored, they all went Sue. Do you know how loud that is?
Tremendous
That's
news.
crazy. Tremendous stuff, man.
Tremendous scenes. Ender says highlight of the week, the weather this weekend. Brother Peter, can we please agree that the Sidemen charity matches are fast? They play like they're in the parallel.
You're acting. The joy is there. You're asking YouTubers to play 11-a-side professional football. It ain't gonna happen. Just take it for what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, man. Some of it is awful. Some of it is really, really bad.
It's not for you, though. You just need to know it's not for you.
Yeah, I need to see some proper football, mate. At least
I mean,
the passage of play needs to be, you know, a little one too.
There are some people in there that can actually bowl, but it's charity, so I don't really care.
He's out of it now, yeah.
Bro, you're at Wembley, bro. You're at the Hello Turf, man. And the football is dire.
If you see what's been at Wembley, this ain't the worst of it. I can tell you that for sure. This is not the worst of it.
I know you have parade and all them man there, but you know.
This is not the worst of it.
Come on, bro. The quality. I need to see passage of play.
I wonder what's better between
the
trophy or the sidemen thing. I wonder what's
understand this though. Imagine 7 YouTubers. Imagine we just sold out Wembley. That's what these lot done. They done it in 10 minutes. They sold the stadium.
Yeah, of course, bro.
I wonder how much the tickets were. How much were the tickets? No, I'm serious. As in January.
They made 5 million because they said 100% of the thing went to charity.
So you divide 5 million by what is it, 90,000?
90,000.
And there you go.
That's all the burgers in that.
Plus the burger. Nat says, well, first of all, Nat said if you're above 17 watching a charity game, it's a howler. Goes on to say the highlight of the week was my custom Sweden kit being delivered. Shout out to the Swedish.
I do love a Swedish kit. That blue and yellow, it goes very well. Yeah, they've got some nice kits in the past, especially even when they go with the blue and yellow reverse as well. Brilliant. And this is a nice. How can your kit be home and away and it's the same color?
Superb, glorious motion. Endo says a nice, warm, sunny Saturday in London, and guys are watching speed and games and that kick ball. It is what it is, man. The charity match was hilarious and frustrating at the same time. Listen, people watched it. People did their thing. Let's get into the first proceedings. The football was probably better at Wembley than it was at Old Trafford. Let's get that right.
You saw some goals. I can tell you that.
Definitely that. Manchester United won. Arsenal won. Yeah. David.
What can I say? Hey.
Yeah.
After 7-1, yeah, you're thinking, all right, cool. As reality came crashing back down to earth, mate. The first half, United were dead. They were dead. I mean, Robin would speak on them, but for some reason, there's a fear that United play with. They didn't want to attack in it. Us, man, bare possession, but we're not hurting them. Trossard gives away a stupid free kick. You got the referee pushing the wall back 11 yards. Arsenal players all decided just to allow it, and then man, Raya's at the tram station. And you're just looking at the highlight. You just look at it. Do you know the funny thing was, yeah? I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh, this is a snooze fest. Look at my phone. Then the Premier League app just scores. What ruined it 1-0? I was like, man. And then you see the goal, and you're just like, mate. And then we get back into the game 1-1. Rice scores a nice goal. Then you're thinking, like, go win the game, innit? But nope. United have chance after chance after chance to score. Rice saved us. Rice with last ditch. Gabriel with last ditch. Højlund, up your Viva, mate. You're in the Premier League. Hello?
Up your Viva.
You ain't got time. You have not got time. Once your man was strolling, blood. Like had the whole Old Trafford. But yeah, listen, disappointing.
He didn't want it.
Gap to Liverpool's 15 points. It's a stinker. It's just rinse and repeat from last week.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what I'm so happy about, though? Is that we got to see the same 11 that did win in Eindhoven 7-1. Yeah. And albeit, Miles Skelly was the one that actually started and came up after half an hour. it because Calafiori played like 60 minutes, it felt like this was the starting 11 anyway. How can that team go and score 7, or not even just score 7? Let's say go and win, score a couple of goals away in Europe in a knockout competition in the Champions League, the most elite competition in Europe, and then they go to Old Trafford and they put on that kind of performance. And look, we Man United, obviously they're not stupid, clearly, because they learn off the same hymn book that everyone else has been reading this season, where if you defend deep, Arsenal will not win. We won't win games if teams come out and defend deep. So it's the frustration and everything else. I mean, I was fuming at the end of the game purely because two things. I was so glad I didn't go up there. Number one. Number two, I almost felt like I can't believe I can hear the fans. Like at the beginning of the game, the away end, it was proper loud on TV. And I was thinking, like, how do they do it? How do they do this again? Give it all, Gabriel's song. Then they go, they go through the whole defense. They go in the midfield. Mick Arteta's got his song. And I'm thinking, guys, there's nothing to play for. Like, how would you not stomach it? You've traveled up to Manchester. I think there was hella train delays on the way back, typically. Some people didn't get home until like
West Coast.
Yeah, apparently, like people didn't get home till early hours of the morning. And in all honesty, David, we survived with a point. We got out of Dodge. We got out of Dodge with a point.
I can't believe.
Do you know how pathetic that is? But what is the curse between Arsenal and Old Trafford? To have like 2 wins in the last 26 years at Old Trafford is not good. To have we've not scored more or not won by more than 1 goal since 1979 at Old Trafford. What are we talking about?
And do you know what it is? Yeah, like United are at one end, and we're up. We're supposed to be challenging for a title, but nobody wants to take risks.
Oh no,
nobody. Oh, no. Only when United, they felt a bit more confident in what they were doing, they've said, all right, let's go for it. Arsenal, mate, our frustration are just
slow, David, slow.
And you know what slow. I know the league is done or whatever, but what the hell have you got to lose? Like, take the handle brakes off and just go. Yeah, honestly,
do you know what angered me the most after the game? Is that
what's he saying?
The panel after the game mentioned Liverpool don't play. Arsenal play 3 Premier League games before Liverpool play their next Premier League game. That infuriated me, because I was like, had you say you beat West Ham at home, right? And maybe take the point at Forest. It is what it is. You beat Man United at Old Trafford, and then I think we've got Chelsea. Then it's I can't remember who the other game is next. I think it's Chelsea and
Everton maybe away.
It might be Everton. No. I think we've got a couple before that. I think there's like Fulham at home. There's like a double header. I think it's like Chelsea and then Fulham or something like that. You get 9 points on Liverpool's back when Liverpool haven't played for 3 matches, and all of a sudden you ask Liverpool, okay, respond, because you saw what the Liverpool that I saw play on Wednesday night against PSG should have got light bulbs ringing in the Arsenal dressing room. It should have, but you know what? The players clearly, and is it the players' fault? The players clearly have given up on the Premier League title themselves. They don't want to play Premier League matches.
There's no point,
because you're going to watch us on Wednesday night against PSV. Liquid passing, quick football, goals in the back of the net. And I'm sitting there. Goals galore. Ali McCoy's talking about how amazing Martin Odegaard is, and then we're gonna revert back to type. And I tell you this right now, David, I pray to God Real Madrid get the job done, because if there's one thing I do not want, because we're going out against one of the Madrid sides, whoever we get, whichever one we get, I don't want to be. Which death do I prefer? The one with a pillow over my face, long suffering, 180 minutes of Diego Simeone. Could you imagine? Picture this, guys. Simeone and Arteta. Oh my God!
That's
Arteta's got no striker. right? He's got no striker. And Simeone, we know.
We know what's
the dark arts.
The darkest of arts. I mean, it's gonna look like what's it called? When Hitler had the mandem in the Olympics, just lines. It's just gonna be straight lines. It's gonna be straight lines. That's what we're gonna have. It's gonna be so
you're getting cautioned there.
Caution?
You're caution.
There's a better reference, Peter. Come on.
There's so many better references.
When I think of Simeone, I think military, I think German efficiency, I think of it all. Okay, that's what I think of, and we go from there.
You can stop there. You don't need to go that far.
I'm giving you the image. You've got the image.
I hear it. I saw Jesse Owens.
You saw the 1936 Olympics. That was in your head right there. It was right there in Athens.
1936.
Hey, let's move on.
But instead, do you know what I want instead, Robin, David, AD? I want to get pumped by Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. That's what I would prefer. I want to get pumped. Good.
But also, what trip would you rather want when you go to Madrid? Do you want to go to the Wanda or do you want to go to the Bernabeu?
I've been to the Wanda. I've been to the Bernabeu, but the old Bernabeu. I've been to the Wanda. The Wanda's phenomenal. But forget that. Listen, I am here. Listen, if you're like us, if I'm gonna get put down, put me down well. let me get beat up by Mbappe, Vinicius, you know what I'm saying, Rodrigo, Valverde, Jude, you know what I mean? Let me get beat properly, yeah? Not this, guys, it will be 1-0, Atleti against Arsenal. It'll be 1-0 over 2 legs. 1-0, you heard me right. Mate, guys, Simeone's football killed us to death when we had Wenger. Lord knows what's going to happen with Mikel. I can't. We got the best defense, one of the best defense in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine it, guys? Simeone, Arteta. I don't think you lot have actually thought about that.
It, bro. That game will be my gosh.
Listen, Real, get the job done. Okay, get the job done. Because if we're gonna get beat, let me get beat proper. Anyway, I'm done.
I've got nothing else to say, mate. Arsenal's just 2 more months of this, mate. Flipping it.
Nat says, Simeone versus Arteta is like Mussolini versus Stalin. It's exactly what it is. Man said, I want Real Madrid. He isn't ready for the storm that's coming his way. No, I want the storm. I don't want to be in the dry desert dying. Give me the earthquake. Just let me see what's going on.
He wants torrential downpour.
I want
goal after
biblical raining of goals. Do you know what I mean? That's what I
just want to hear Hala Madrid every.
When you not saying I don't want. Listen, guys, if I'm going out, I need to watch us get touch properly. Not this. Guys, the football is so bad from us, man, and it's been bad for a long time. Forget control. We have this obsession with possession. It's driving me nuts. It drives me nuts. I mean, Man United had 32% possession at home at Old Trafford, this season. That's the lowest they've ever had.
Possession's pointless.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Yeah.
Go true.
A couple of things from my point of view. I can't believe I can sit here and say that we should have won that game. So I can't believe I can.
Your best performance this season, isn't it? Your best performance this season.
But do you know what it is, though? And if you listen to what Amarim said afterwards, he said he actually apologized to United fans because he said he doesn't like playing the low block, but it's the one thing that's most effective against Arsenal, so he had to do it.
Why he apologizes, I have no idea.
He apologized because United are known for counter-attacking.
Listen, get the job done. 3 points,
so
1 point.
That's what he wanted. But here's what it is, really. When I
bear in mind, Robin, bear in mind, he literally said, what did he say leading up to the game? We must survive on Sunday. That's the talk he came out with on Thursday. I'm sitting there thinking he's talking about just surviving, guys.
Yeah, because we all saw what happened on Wednesday.
Yeah, but Man United are on the ropes before the match has started. They've just literally said, look, guys, hang on to these ropes. It's the Royal Rumble. Turn them over. Oh, no. We're going to pass the ball slowly to death. I don't remember Onana making one save. But go ahead, Robin.
Well, again, besides what he said, it's a bit of a rinse and repeat once again for me, really. I look at the goalkeeper. he had a calamitous mistake 3 minutes into the game, and Arsenal nearly go 1-0 up. And I said, this is going to be this type of game. But the first half was literally a snooze fest. I don't really have anything to say up until the free kick. And when the free kick happened, I just looked at it and I said, I was guessing when it went in. But when I saw the replay, I said, we were gifted this goal. And Bruno Fernandes had the space, the time in the world for this. And I said, listen, let's take it. Let's do that. And then what really frustrated me throughout this game is the difference between goalkeepers, because I have Hellfire and Brimstone in my goal. And I have, when I look on the other side and what Arsenal have, you have a top goalkeeper who, in any other day, this could have been a 3-1, a 4-1 with the saves that he was making. He saved you. You touched that Rasmus Højlund. I have people that I know that defend this guy. And I just look at me. He wears the number 9. He's not for Manchester United.
Yeah. 20 games is it now? Without a goal?
Yeah, it's poor. You're given a golden chance. And you're taking, I counted 3, cusping 4 touches before, was it Rice that tackled him? And I'm like, just shoot. You can go left, you can go right, you can do whatever you want.
A lot was made about Rice's tackle, but I genuinely think it was the poor touch from Højlund that kind of allows Rice to make that ball. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no conviction, there's no nothing with him.
Gets to a point where a man's just not built for it, man. You know what I mean? It's like you say give him a chance. Right there. It's there for you.
Listen,
he didn't want it. He genuinely did it. But you would have rather you passed it to anyone else but him.
Sure, but I genuinely think he could make it in the Premier League with a different club.
Yeah.
I don't.
I do. How old is he? Is he 20? Did you say?
He's 20, and do you know what it is?
No, but let's stop there. But let's stop there for a second. He's 20 years old.
No, he's going to be 22 this year.
Okay, fair enough.
I've counted him as 22. But my point stands, there are...
It's the story.
I look at other 20, 21, 22-year-olds that are left wingers, right wingers up top. He's well behind his age mates. Just keep it above.
I mean, Eddie Nketiah is giving him a lap. Actually, Eddie Nketiah probably that young.
Eddie Nketiah is 20. He's 1999. So what's that? He's going to be
25. 20. So he's 25. Okay. Wow. God, time travels fast, doesn't it? I mean, we've got.
He's well behind his age mates. Well behind his age mates, and plays for a big club. And it's just. You can look at the price, and you can look at Man United. I'm thinking, why did you spend so much money? We've run this course, but at a point, I have to look at you personally and say you have been given chances after chances. There are times where I look at the low and I think, why have you not passed it? It's like what he did during midweek, where he was clear. You could have passed him. This could have been 2-1, and we can go home. Now we have to play this Thursday 1-1, which is very annoying. But I digress. But there are times when you look at what happens at Arsenal when they make a mistake and you're still thinking of what to do within the 6-yard box. At that point, are you a killer? Are you a striker? Are you a coach in the box?
You just have to shoot, bruv. You didn't give yourself an opportunity to even score, mate. I don't know, mate. I don't know why you thought you had all the time in the world, didn't it? So...
He just needs one to go in, and then that will be the end of that, isn't it?
And then at the end of the game, obviously, Bruno, he shoots, gets piled off the rebound, and then Raya stops it in, and I was like, oh my gosh, we could have won this game. So a game of 2 halves for Man United.
But you know what?
Before this game, I would have said happy for a point, but how the game happened, I'm annoyed we didn't get the 3 points. So it's just one of those ones.
You know what? Yeah, see Bruno. Yeah, my man. Yeah, he needs that one. I don't like how you're too hot and cold, man. Seeing the 3-5-2, especially. Yeah, your midfield needs to be able to be brave on the ball. You need to spray the ball, bro. There are many opportunities you had the chance to spread it in the first half, but no, man's always safe, man. Nah, man.
Who's that?
Bruno
Fernandes.
Wait, what?
You're
I don't think
the
it's just
baller.
him. I just think
Yeah,
it
you're
just,
entitled
the first
to.
half alone.
What did you
I think
say?
that's a bit unfair. First half alone, I think the whole United were safe because we're just like, do not concede or try and mitigate what's coming.
Which is fine. But when you have an opportunity to spray the balls, like what's his name? Garnacho was in space against Calafiori. There's bare times you had the chance to attack, but no, your defense as well. Everyone, Onana and you don't need a new goalkeeper. I won't even lie, bro. Onana does not give confidence.
I wish you guys saw. I don't know if you remember, but the after Onana's calamitous mistake at the start of the game, the camera pans to Ruben, and he is fuming. You know when someone's looking at you like, yeah, you're done, you're sold in the summer. That was a look he gave.
That kind
and
of
I
look,
said, yeah. And I said, yep. We just have to endure with this, man.
Even Old Trafford were just like, bruh, you need to allow it, bruh. Keeper, sort it out, mate.
But yeah. A point. Yeah, fair enough. Just annoyed, but we move. I think that's who else have we got left in the top six? Man City, I think is the only one left. We played Chelsea towards May. Can't remember. But we're getting through that. And now it's just literally just get through the rest of the season. Try and do something in Europa. I told you guys, there's always something higgy that happens when we play Sociedad. This is the third game in a row, by the way, that we've given them a penalty off a handball. In a row. So it always happens when you play this, guys. I don't know why.
How confident are you of beating Sociedad and going through on Thursday?
They were dead on Thursday. I thought they'd be better than they were this week. And literally, it was a penalty that sparks them into life. Until then, they weren't offering anything. So I think we will get through. It's just who we have next. That's just the question.
So you're that confident you're going through on Thursday, yeah?
I'm not confident. I think we will go through, if that makes sense.
Nat is asking, will United get 40 points?
Mental question.
In 2 games. The next 2 W's will get us 40 points. So there you go.
Shout out to Sam, who says United have had good results against top teams where they were forced into having not to play. Basically,
Amarin style of football. Yeah.
Style of football.
Is
that not enough proof to change?
I disagree because I don't think there's many. When we played the big teams, when we played Man City, Liverpool, now Arsenal, even Tottenham, like the style hasn't changed really. It's just how we, as players, like I can say, Man United, we are a team that turns up for the big games, and people they go from a 2 to a 5, if that makes sense, because they say this.
Well, you don't think you approached you don't think you did anything different to what you normally do in Arsenal's in yesterday's
I think
game?
This was the first one where I said, okay, we did a little bit different with the low block, but post the goal, I think it was just more like we still saw the shape, we still saw the people and the passes, but then you still have donut moments. You see Delo, who we call now the counter killer. That's his nickname. Because every time he has the ball, he's either kicking it out, he does a run, turns it back in, and all that stuff. So it's just those are the moments. But you still keep the shape, you still keep the idea. I can tell you exactly who's in what position. So I don't think the style of football has changed. It's just what match is it.
Do you know what? I think United could finish in the top 10 if they play exactly the way they did against Arsenal. If they sat deep and just let teams come at them and they pick teams off, okay, you might not score goals, which is fair enough, but you got Bruno Fernandes at least. I genuinely think you lot will win a lot more games. I think when you lot try to play your football, whatever the heck it is, whatever Amarin's thing is, you always come unstuck, especially at home, because I reckon you're better away from home, aren't you, than you are at home? Because
I've not looked at the stats, but maybe.
I would assume so. I just feel like every time I watch you like Old Trafford, it's just nerves. It's just pure twitching and nerves.
It's because the fans are getting on them. That's why.
Whereas away from home, you lot could still nick a result at certain grounds. It's a strange one. It's a strange one. I'm with Sam on this one in terms of like the big teams they play. You lot don't forcefully come out. You kind of let the other team almost have more of the ball, and then you try and hit them where you can. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with Peter on that. I think with United games, I think there's two clear, distinguished things that I think I've noticed. I think a big part of it is a mentality thing, wherein you see United when they play against your Liverpool, when they play against your Arsenal, your Cities, you know, they can get it up. They can get it up and they can give us something of a different performance.
Long pause.
And I think for me personally, I think the second thing is, as Peter alluded to, I think when the onus is on Man United to break a team down and to create chances, I just don't think they're good at it. And I look at games like I look at your Palaces, I look at your Evertons, I look at your Fulhams, and typically what tends to happen is, when do we tend to see Man United? It's when they're 1-0 down in the second half and they have to go for games. When they're bringing Garnacho and they're looking for that spark of life. So I think what Amorim needs to try to do is essentially he needs to get a hybrid of what we saw on Sunday and then what we typically see when Man United are down and they're chasing the game, where they're a bit more risk adverse, where they're a bit more willing to throw bodies forward, they're a bit more willing to make stuff happen. Because typically, correct me if I'm wrong, that Bruno free kick was the first chance that they had, right? And obviously, as the whole game, the free kick, right? And
the first shot on target.
The first shot on target, yeah.
And obviously, as the game started to open up, they started to create more. Because I think, I think it can. I think A is a mentality thing, but B, I also think there needs to be. I think it comes from the manager, where there needs to be more of an impetus and onus on actually grabbing the game by the neck and being more forceful and attacking. In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. Right. We've spent a long time on this game. But yeah, you know, both teams are in action, European action midweek. I mean, Arsenal do well to get knocked out.
Imagine they scored 8. Imagine they scored 8, no reply. That'll be hilarious. You have to rest though. Rest your players. When is Saka coming back? Because
who cares? Who cares?
That doesn't even matter.
He might do something, and then
no.
I do want an opinion though on this.
The season's done. The season's done.
I want an opinion on this. What do you think of your manager not conceding and just running off when he got asked the question?
I've got to be careful what I say here.
Listen, that's a man who knows he's either had a stinker or it's a man who has to keep stum because he's been handcuffed and he can't say him. Those are the only two. He's either he knows I've had a howler here, or I'm handcuffed, and if I say something, I'm getting handed my papers, mate.
But even though we've had the top managers like concede and just say, you know what, the league is done. We've had it from Klopp, we've had it from Pep.
Listen, we know
running away. It looked a bit like.
Listen, we know the fan base. You can't lie to us, bro. We know the title's done. 10 draws. The title is over, man. It's not happening.
Cowabunga.
We're gonna give go to Anfield and give them their guard of honor, mate.
Amen.
And well deserved.
Yeah, it's his fault.
It's your fault.
It's his fault. At the end of the day, this is on him. And he said over my dead body. That's why he was pressed. That's why he was pressed on that question. You know what I mean? And you know what's funny? He looked like he was fuming, right? At the game. And the question in my mind was, who are you fuming at? Because it can't be any of those players that you're looking at on the pitch.
No.
It can't be none of them. I'm looking at Raheem Sterling on the bench again, behind fullbacks. I'm seeing Kieran Tierney at left wing.
But again, Peter, I don't necessarily think this is a statement. I think he genuinely thinks in his mind at this moment in time, you know, Kieran Tierney, Mikel Merino, potentially maybe, you know, if worst comes to worst, if he fancied it, Ricardo Calafiori are better options than Raheem Sterling. So
what's he looking at? What's he looking at?
No, in fairness, Sterling's not moved the needle since he's put on an Arsenal shirt. Let's be honest.
Let us discuss that then. Let us talk about Sterling being terrible at Old Trafford. Oh no, I can't. Let's talk about him being terrible at whatever ground. West Ham at home.
No, but the wider point I'm hinting at is that clearly wasn't his guy, and it's clear that he whatever he wanted, whoever he wanted,
Tierney wasn't his guy either.
No, probably Nico Williams. There was a certain person he wanted to put into that front line that he couldn't get for whatever reason. He's ended up with Sterling, and now that's storming out. It was the classic football manager. You know, like sometimes a football manager, they ask him, man, I storm out, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, but this is not a dumb question. This is not a dumb question.
When you're the one who let go of Smith Rowe, Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira, Eddie Nketiah. At the end of the day, like, and it's the fact that, you know what, he didn't replace. You did very well to stay second in January and get to the January window, and then did nothing.
Oh my God! This man doesn't learn. What season was it where remember we've had the same conversation?
We've had this conversation before.
He started the squad. I can't remember the players. The only person I remember is Callum Chambers. But there was two more players.
Aubameyang cost us the top four.
And who else? It was Aubameyang, Callum Chambers, or someone else.
Don't forget the first one, Mesut Ozil. Hello.
Literally on it every week. We're like, he got in the squad and he cost you my top four.
He cost us the top four.
And this is okay. Let's end it here. Yeah, let's end it here. With 45 minutes. Let's end this here. Peter, you've seen league winning title teams. Yeah.
Yep.
Adrian, you've seen one.
I'm seeing it
in COVID, and you're seeing it again this season.
Now, bro.
Robin, you also have seen loads of title winning teams. I'm pretty sure you lot in the chat have seen them.
Yeah.
Where is it coming from? Arteta. You've also seen league winning title teams. Your own eyes in the flesh. And you've come in with this nonsense. And even let's go even to ownership. Cronkies. Hello. The LA Rams. I'm pretty sure you won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then is that the team that he owns? The Denver Nuggets. You've won the NBA title. You know what winning teams look like, and you've come this season with this nonsense.
Right, so
there's no excuses.
No, David.
I don't have to pose you the question. Like this season, like without debate, the failure of the season lands squarely at Mikel Arteta's feet. That's not even worth having a convo about. What I want to ask you is, where do you stand on this manager next season? Should he be in the C? Should he be in the Arsenal dugout next season?
Adrian, if our owners are about that life, this man should be gone. In reality, let's look. He's done well to bring us up to this. We're in the bins 5 years ago. He's brought us here.
Yeah, he put us in the bin, by the way. Just FYI. Yeah. Let's make it so. FYI, he put us in the bin in the first place.
Yeah.
You know that whole thing of, you were 2-0 down and you won 3-2. Yeah, you're still the reason we were 2-0 down.
Yeah. But honestly, my whole view is clean house.
Unai Emery finished 1 point behind top four when he got sacked, as in his first full season, his only full season. Look at my name here, guys. Look at my name on here. Yeah, all these questions about what do I think about this? What do I think about that? Somebody asked me as well. Pete, what do you think about Mikel? Yeah. The truth of the matter is this: the football club told me what they're about on this date.
And this is what I'm saying.
This is the day I realized.
Peter, rewind a week before that when the transfer window slam was shut and you didn't sign nobody. That's when the club told me exactly what you're all about. That's when. And it was the 3rd, right? It was Monday the 3rd, right?
It was Monday the 3rd. Because it was. I think it was just the following podcast. I was just sat there. I was scratching. We'd gone out of the cup. We got turned over by Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. So it reminded me. Oh yeah, I forgot what this football club is about.
Do you know what's so funny?
It's about top four.
Even Peter was saying we're going to sign someone. He couldn't believe they weren't going to sign someone. And
anyway.
This is why
I went down in December, guys.
No, but this is why I don't want to just blame Arteta, because the club has allowed this. You've co-signed the thing.
The club, from the behavior, This is a top four. This is a top four side. Period.
And this is
mission accomplished. Job done.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then also, what was I gonna say? You remember I said to you guys, title races do not begin.
Bro, this title race is ending in March.
No, there wasn't a race, David. Thank you. We haven't. We did. Yeah. Because remember, I said to you guys, title races start. There's that moment after that the international break where you're in March. Do you remember Conte's famous press conference after Southampton? It was this fixture 2 seasons ago. It was this round of fixtures 2 seasons ago. Because I remember the quote he said, 10 games to go, fight for what? The 8th, the 7th position? This is not my position. And that's the day he just walked out of Tottenham. If you're not in the title race with 10 games to go, you didn't enter. What we failed to do was turn up to the event that Liverpool were ready for. And before we've even said get set on your marks, get set, we've given them we haven't given them the league. They've got the league.
Yeah.
The guy is engraving Liverpool on the trophy as we speak. The clocks haven't even changed yet.
Yes, we haven't even gone back. Greenwing have gone forward, mate.
The clocks are still...
It's a disgrace what's happened this season.
It still gets dark at 6 o'clock and Liverpool have got the title. It gets dark at 6 o'clock and Liverpool have the title. What are we talking about? I remember when, what's their names? City won the 100-point Centurion, yeah? Man United, I think, what were you, 19 points behind at the end of the season? When did City actually win the league title that year, though? They still won it in April. The trophy wasn't done until April. You know what I'm saying? And yet for us, February, it was done, collapsed, finished. What date did we play West Ham? Was it the 10th of Feb?
Yeah.
You guys dropped 7 points from 3 games.
What was our Robin? What was our last win in the Premier League?
Leicester.
Leicester.
That's nearly a month ago. What was the one before that?
Could not even tell you.
What's the last home win?
It was Man City, wasn't it?
There you go. Thank you.
City.
Yeah, the transfer window was still open then. But yeah, we'll move on. Sam's asking his top 4 a concern for Arsenal. No. I mean, what are Forest doing 4 points behind us?
I don't go that far.
I wouldn't go that far. I think
the way we're playing, bro.
David, are you hearing these people? They said, I wouldn't go that far. First of all, we couldn't score against West Ham. We couldn't score at Forest. We couldn't beat Manchester United.
Guys.
And man are saying I wouldn't go that far. Forest are 4 points behind us. Bro. Chelsea are how many points behind Forest?
I'm waiting for City to wake up or Chelsea.
Sam, in all honesty, in a more serious level note, Sam, yeah, I'm concerned. Mate,
we're going to mess about.
Because what you saw on Tuesday night at PSV
was an aberration.
And what you saw Sunday was the same 11. So that's the concern.
That's
that was
crazy.
The concern for me. It was the same 11. No rotation.
Which is why Amarim said, hold on. Because he saw.
So Chelsea are 6 points behind us, right? And we play Chelsea next at the Emirates on Sunday. Okay.
You guys will beat Chelsea.
Arsenal will finish second, says Mirad.
Who's scoring? Please, tell me where's my goal coming from?
I mean, Maresca has to just take the same hymn book.
I was going to say, what? Martinelli? What happened there?
Don't even get me started.
Let's move on.
It was offside.
Liverpool.
AD, where have you gone, mate? 15 points.
Liverpool are jamming a scandal win in Paris. How? I do not know. I do not know how they did it.
That's what you call it. In the Champions League, 2 things are the rule of thumb in Champions League football. Take your chances and don't make any mistakes. Those are the 2 simple things you must do in the Champions League. Take your chances, don't make any mistakes. Did PSG take their chances? No.
They had 27 shots.
Yeah.
10 on target.
Liverpool got peppered like a steak. Let's be very clear. But they left with... How many goals did PSG score at home?
0.
They didn't score. They didn't score. Yeah. You take your chances and don't make mistakes. That's the Champions League rule. Liverpool, they've won it 6 times. They've won it 6 times. How many times have PSG won it? They're undercooked. They're undercooked. They're undercooked. They're undercooked. It's fine.
Yeah, they're a good side, you know. I won't
they're a very good side.
They are a good side, but
Shout
they're just
out Luis
undercooked.
Enrique, because I thought he was going to be cooked when all of his star men left. But he's doing the thing.
Robin, come on, man. Enrique's a bad boy for you. Are you crazy?
Listen, once you get players that work hard, you can't go wrong, man.
When you got a manager, first of all, this is the thing for me. The rule, the buck is the manager first and foremost. I don't care what the players are. And time again, when we see like young managers coming up, and we're very impressed with that. Wow, when Poch was at Southampton, for example, and he came in there, and it was just like, man, we're getting them in the top like 10, and you're thinking, Southampton, what are they doing here? Or even Ruben Amorim's Sporting, because of the time that they were in, where Porto and Benfica were running that league, they were in dire straits. Yeah. And now I see all of his original players that he had from his first year dotted all over Europe. They're everywhere. Or the João Paulinhos of this world started with him. Do you get what I'm saying? There's Mateus Nunes, who's at City now, started at his camp. So like, there's some players out there you just think, okay. The manager is the reason behind the success of football clubs. When you've got the right manager, and then the players have to adapt. They've got to, the players do the work on the pitch at the end of the day. But look at when we get to Tottenham later, Iraola's football at Bournemouth, guys. I was in shock, and I think that's what made the Man United game so much worse. Was that I watched the Spurs Bournemouth game earlier, and Bournemouth, they're just a team, unit team, but they threw it away. They just threw away their 2-0 lead.
Would you say, like, in some senses, obviously you look at like someone like let's use Pochettino for example. You mentioned how easy it was for him to get buy-in at Southampton, and then you look at PSG when it's like, well, realistically, you're not going to get Messi, Mbappe, Neymar to press like how you would get Sadio Mane and Jay Rodriguez, for example. So do you think that's maybe a part of it? So when you look at like Iraola, maybe when he makes that step up, it's harder to translate those. And that's why maybe Amorim is sort of suffering at the moment because of that.
It's a great football question. This is why when people talk crud on your Guardiolas, your Ancelottis, your Zidans, there's a level of manager that deals with the elite level of players and gets them to single file. It's not easy. As you said, the Pochettinos, the Emerys of this world, that's what makes them tier 2 and will always be tier 2. When it comes to, who can take Galacticos and make them single file, Ancelotti can, Zidane can, Guardiola can, Mourinho can. Those are the levels.
Enrique?
I'm sorry, did you watch Barcelona in 2015?
No, you didn't mention him. That's what I was going to say. That's the last thing I was like, you forget Enrique.
No, he's the foundation of this conversation. He in fact is showing you he does both.
But everyone
he says,
questioned
take my stars
him when
away.
he got the job in the first place.
Say again?
Everyone questioned when he got the Barca job
the
first place.
You did. You lot questioned.
I said everyone.
No, don't say everyone, because I wasn't one of them.
I would check it for Celta Vigo.
First of all,
Roma and them.
First of all, Roma. Hello. I was checking them at Roma.
I don't know if that's even before or after, but you're gone.
It was after. But the point, the fact of the matter is, Luis Enrique being the manager was never a question. Look at what Barcelona's managers were before him. By the way, do you remember? Tata Villanova. What's it called?
Martino.
Yeah, is it Gerard Martino?
Gerard Martino, yeah.
Then they've had Ernest Valverde since then.
Mm-hmm.
They've had who's the other one they had?
Koeman.
Yeah, exactly.
Xavi.
Do me a favor. MSN 2015 Barcelona. Oh my god.
My gosh.
He won the treble in his first year. Who won all 3 in his first year? Done.
I know. I'm not trying to go back to the Arsenal point, but Arteta, mate, all this character business, you got to learn how to deal with egos, and if you can't, you will never. Them man with the big egos are the one who win you the big trophies, mate. If you can't deal with that, hey, we're going nowhere, bro. But anyway, Liverpool, please talk about your.
No, but yeah, back to the game, because we were talking about how well Enrique's done with this young team. And they just couldn't finish. That was literally it. But I will also say this, because I think that's slightly unfair. Liverpool have a world-class goalkeeper. Because bloody hell.
Well, are we figuring that out in 2025?
He saved them. He's been a bit higgy-hagger. Let's not do that. He's been better
than him since 2020 or 2019 even. Who's been better than Alisson since 2019?
Some people argued what the other Brazilian, the Man City, and I said hell no. But I digress.
Listen, in 2018, Edison was the best in the world. But I hear you. Yeah.
But anywho, like I said, it literally, that game literally reminded me of how great Alisson was, because he saved. There were some saves he was pulling, and you're like, how? But then, but that's also a thing. He's never been really peppered like that throughout his career. Not really like that, but he can still show that he is levels. And it came to a thing of that. Had it been, what was it, Kelleher? It would have been 3-4 easily.
Quiveen's always shown himself true whenever he's played.
Saved an Mbappe penalty.
Light work.
Yeah, but this there's levels, and Alisson is levels, and you just have to just sit there and just clap and say, you know what, fair enough, because he saved them. That's the only thing I can really say. But finish your bread, like you said, Peter. This is the Champions League. You're in the last 16. You either step up or you're out. Yeah,
put up or shut up type of thing. Isn't it? Nat says, AD, we need to talk about what you told us last week about Salah at PSG away. What did he do?
Awful day in the office.
What's an awful day in the office?
He done the square root of sweet FA. It was really bad. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Fantastic.
But you know what? I think it's fair to say he's built up enough credit in the bank where he can have an awful day, and his teammates needs to bail him out. And Harvey Elliott came to the fore. So,
now listen, Liverpool that game, you man just forgot how to midfield, mate. The passing was atrocious.
Do you know what?
No. I am sorry. I think we're giving not enough credit to the other team.
I was going to say PSG. I think came on smoke.
There was smoke, but mate, some of the mistakes you lot were making, bro. Van Dijk. Did you see where my man tried? He did that. I don't know why it was loop-de-loop. I played thing on side, bro. I'm like, yo, Van Dijk, blood, you're lost today, bro. What is going on?
What I think is that PSG frustrated them. I think they frustrated them. They said, whatever you have for us, we will take it. And they only fell asleep once. And unfortunately, when they fell asleep, it was the goal. So it's just that one thing.
Who's the winger? Who's their winger? Kish, I forgot his name. He's got some
Kvaratskhelia.
Again, Arsenal. And I said that, I swear to you, this isn't after the fact. I said it at the time.
He's so
opportunity
good.
cost 60 million euros. What are you waiting for?
My scouts, Adrian, my scouts, bro. The footballing department, bro.
What are you waiting for?
AD, let's look with 15 points clear. You're top of the Premier League. It's yours. The engraving has started.
Let's not muck about.
How do Liverpool concentrate between now and the end of the season to get the trophy over the line, as well as competing for the Champions League?
Could you ask that question again, please? Like, rephrase it. What? How important is it, I guess, for Liverpool to still act as if this title isn't won yet, or should they kind of take their foot off the gas in the league and have a look and keep their eggs in the Champions League basket, where they're like, you know what, because there's a treble on. I mean, you've got obviously Newcastle next week at Wembley, where the first trophy, once you tick that off, it's like off we go now. Let's just finish the last couple of games. I think you got 5 wins in the Premier League before you're champion. Yeah, something like that.
So 5 more wins and you're Premier League champion. You know, do you take your eyes off it a little bit and focus on the Champions League, because it's tough?
I think And funny enough, I think Arteta sort of said this. The top players, top teams. You got to be at it 50, 60 games in the season to ultimately get things over the line. And I think, don't get me wrong, I think there is scope for us to maybe, as we've done on the weekend, by the way, where Arne Slot, he looks at this game, and I don't know like whether this was pre-planned or not, but he said, "What the hell is going on?" He said, "Costas, you off?" He said, "Curtis Jones, you off?" He said, "Who else? Szoboszlai, you get the hell out of here." And he said, no, guys, this is so bad. I know this is Southampton, but this is awful. So I think there's a bit of flexibility that we do have where we can obviously do stuff like that and utilize the squad. But ultimately, we just I don't think we can take a foot off any gas. I think we're out of the FA Cup now, so let's sort of use those extra days to rest, relax, and whatever. But listen, up until May, heavy metal, and we've seen it from the side before. When we talk about the large bulk of the side, your Allisons, your Van Dijks, your Salahs, your Robertsons, your Trents. These are the same guys that have got 97 points in the league and won the Champions League. So they've shown that they can operate at a high level on both fronts. I don't see why this season should be any different. As you said, let's sort of tick off the Carabao Cup, get that momentum, and then let's treat both cups with the respect and reverence that they both deserve.
I don't think the Premier League deserves reverence this year. I don't think it does at all. This is not nothing on Liverpool at all.
Yeah.
It's a shambolic league this year.
Yeah.
It's a shambolic league this year. But
15 points, blood.
15 points in the month of March.
Really?
That's nasty work. That's nasty work. And I
think
who's got the game in hand? Is it us or you?
No, we.
Okay, right.
Arsenal have the game in hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Which we're going to draw and lose.
Which one? What, Chelsea?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Chelsea, isn't it? I think the game in hand, basically.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, it's Chelsea on Sunday. Look, it doesn't deserve Liverpool's respect. If I'm honest, you've come here, you've slapped guys left, right, and centre. You know what I mean? The only thing you'll probably say is, "How have we not beaten Forest this year?" Okay, you win some, you lose some. you take it. You are Premier League champion.
And also as well, football is a really, really funny, odd game, and it's one of those things that I guess we'll never know. But maybe Arne Slot had to go through that Nottingham Forest humbling to truly understand the league that he was in, to truly understand what he can and can't do in this league. So maybe let's just say we couple together and we beat Forest 2-1. Who knows? We might actually be worse for it now. Obviously, I give you a couple examples. Obviously, from that game, what he learned was after the international break, there's certain man, particularly the South Americans, I can't even look in their direction because they're fatigued. There's certain
they are flying from God knows where.
You know what I'm saying? To play at 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock kickoff. Mo Salah, what's the best way to utilize him at points and at times in the season as well? So. Yeah, but so whilst I'm sure, because bro, I swear to you, he's mentioned that not in the first game about 60 times. I kid you not. He's mentioned that, so it's clear like it's eating him away, it's eating him alive inside. So I'm sure
it's his only L, isn't it?
Yes, it's only L. Yeah. That proves my point. I'm sure he's looking at it and he's thinking to himself in his bald heads, we should be. Why aren't we looking at an invincible season this year? I'm sure that's what Arne Slot's thinking. Why? And hopefully. We can take that bit of anger, use it to get over the line this season, and hopefully that's a quiet aim. Of course, you're never gonna, the invincible feat is never gonna be done again. But let's at least aspire to it. When we won the league in 2020, I think our first L came in March. So if you can aspire to it and try your best, you're gonna amass a high amount of points. So the less games you lose, you're gonna amass a higher amount of points. So yeah, I think it's one of them.
What you guys? What's your current trajectory? How many points can you get?
97. So 97 is the most we'll get. So, but look, I think the gauntlet to the lads. I think my definition of a title winning season is 30 wins or 90 points. So I think my aim to these boys is, look, let's get 90 points over the line, and let's actually say, right, this is actually a proper comprehensive season. Now it made because we've won the league so far, so early. It may be a point where there's a bit of a drop off, as we saw in the 99-point season, where maybe if City were on our tails, we'd probably have that extra motivation to get 100, 101, 102 points. So yeah, I think it's one of them. Let's 97 points on the table. If we could get 90, yeah, happy days.
What's astonishing though, guys? Liverpool have 70 points.
Yeah.
Today. Like 70 now.
And the next team is 55.
There's 2 months to go. That's incredible.
Yeah, because I think certain men have been really quick to sort of poo-poo, the credentials of this Liverpool side. But what we're seeing within it is we're seeing, some, all-time Premier League players balling out. Mo Salah's on course to have a record-breaking season. And I think Peter, to your point, when we actually look at the end of the season, we'll actually look and say, hang on a minute, Liverpool side, no, they were worth the league title. That was actually a brilliant side. It's obviously it's not, they're not necessarily going to go down as one of the greatest sides in Premier League history. Truth be told, they're not going to go down as one of the greatest Liverpool sides in the past 5 years. But this is what we've got at the moment.
I mean, they'll make a case if they get 90 plus points. They'll be making a case. It
depends what they do in the Champions League as well.
And also, this enhances Klopp's legacy. By the way,
absolutely,
it just enhances it.
Absolutely.
If you think Slot winning means it diminishes Klopp. In fact, it gives you the point. Like, he's the first manager, one of the first managers to actually leave a club in a state that was ready to go again. Because Fergie didn't, Wenger didn't, Mourinho didn't. Do you know what I mean? You realize, like, oh my God, it takes a while to restart and make this team get back to the top. So, if Guardiola left City now, they're not. You couldn't see a manager coming in there and winning a league title with the current squad.
You couldn't.
Do you know them ones? And I thought Klopp was really exceptional, and he is. Don't get me wrong, but like the fact that Slot could slot in and literally pick up a title in his first year, is incredible scenes.
But also,
question?
Just to end on the Klopp point, going back to your Jurgen Klopp point, if we flip the axis on Liverpool season, and let's say, I don't know, we're on 47 points and we're fighting for the top four. What will I be coming on the podcast every week saying? How the hell have we not let this man sign a single player for the starting 11?
Yeah.
We've come into the season and we've allowed our three best players to essentially be in the last year of their deal. So look at the dark cloud of negativity that brings over the club. So ultimately, there are so many different factors. He didn't have a ready-made. He came into the side. He didn't have a ready-made six. You see what I'm saying? So there are, and this is why coaching is so important, because all of those factors are perfectly valid mitigations for why he may not necessarily do well.
Yeah,
he's sort of taken it in his stride and he's grabbed Ryan Gravenberch and he's molded him into what he wants. And he said, okay, I can't buy anyone this summer. Fine, this is a really, really good crop. And if this is the last year I'm going to get out of the Trent, Salah, Van Dijk, then let's make it a bloody good one, kind of thing. So yeah, just perspectives as well.
Gravenberch is definitely the best defensive midfielder in the league. Country mile. 22 years old, is he?
2002.
Rodri.
I think he says 23.
Sorry, I mean the season. Like he'll be
he's 22. Yeah, so he's eligible for the
he'll be in the team of the year slot, like comfortably in that sixth position. Oh God, yeah. This season, Who's been a better six than him this season?
No one.
They're arguing Caicedo.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, man.
Oh my God, what are we talking about?
To be fair, I think Caicedo dropped off a bit. There was a period in the season where Caicedo was exceptional as well.
But I think when Caicedo was at his best this season, I think Gravenberch was a couple of steps higher. In fact, Gravenberch might not be as superb lately as he has been this season, but when he was at his top this season, my God, he was head and shoulders.
About that is. Actually, no. To be fair, I am starting to see fatigue creep into his game. I can't lie. But do you think it's the new babies turned into a toddler syndrome with Gravenberch, wherein what wowed us game week 2, game week 3. Now we're in game week 29, 30 now. It's like, well, he's been doing that all season anyway. It's not even a wild thing no more.
No, it's the classic. That's the defensive midfield role. It's not glamorous.
Yeah,
it's not glamorous, and it's them ones where, like it's like a DJ. If a DJ only when a DJ is bad do you acknowledge that they're bad, or a chef is bad when the food is poor. We don't talk about how great the DJ was or how great the food. Yeah, exactly. So that's the Gravenberch. It was like, the DJ's first couple of songs. Oh yeah, this is the vibe. Yeah, and then we forget all about that. In fact, we're like, play this, play that. Make sure we start asking for more because they gave us a little inch. Yeah. So now we're like, oh, hello, what we got here? If you're a centre forward, everything is glorious, luxurious. Yeah. If you're a winger, glorious, luxurious.
Oh, the 6 is the warm up DJ. That's what the 6
is the warm up DJ.
The warm up DJ, it's getting us into a mood. You know what I mean? Like the number 9 is hit after hit.
I'll never forget.
He's playing day in line cards. He's doing everything.
That 1 a.m. DJ that's always late.
I'll never forget. Wenger said this. Yeah, I'll never forget it. Wenger called Gilberto Silva the invisible wall, and he said he used to sweep Vieira's mess. What? That's when my level for that position just grew 10 foot taller, because I was like, wait a minute. He said this guy just swept. He just cleaned and swept, all season long, and then he got his first goal of the season in April. Do you know what it was? It's that kind of thing. He gets his first goal of the season in April, and it's like, we're champion. It's just not glamorous. That's all. David says Liverpool at least at the double. Footy agendas. Big up yourself. Says Klopp lost with the same players and managed Gakpo and Gravenberch terribly. This does not reflect well on Klopp. Only good thing is when he left, when Salah, Van Dijk still had gas in the tank for Slot. Fair. I mean, you guys are the Liverpool heads. I don't know if you agree with that, AD.
I think the Gakpo points almost certainly. I think when I looked at,
I'm pleasantly surprised at how good Gakpo has been, for sure.
Yeah, and the thing is with Gakpo is he's not even necessarily been exceptional for the whole season, but at the times he has been good. He's done what he says on the tin, right? And
he's been a good six-man, isn't he?
Klopp was trying to, in essence, reinvent the wheel with him, where it's like, I remember Stamford Bridge opening day, played them in midfield. Then it was the whole false 9 thing, and they weren't looking good. But then when you see him from Holland, and his game is so basic, he cuts in and rasses it. That's literally it. He's got decent delivery. He's got good sort of driving. He's really, really good tactically out of possession as well. But very, very simple. And I think Klopp was maybe mismanaging him. I think Gravenberch, I think he needed to get to grips with a new season. I think maybe Klopp didn't necessarily lose him the best. But I think that's totally disparaging, man. To totally sort of dismiss and diminish Klopp's impact, and looking at how he's built the squads and assembled this squad, and how he's literally passed the baton for Arne Slot to run off into a league title. For me, like we look at that front line. Look at the abundance of riches in that front line. Darwin Núñez is the worst. He's number 5. Not bad. Ultimately, he was an £80 million bust, right?
Is he behind Chiesa?
No, Chiesa 6. Chiesa never down. But look, again, we're even Chiesa himself. Chiesa's on Raheem Sterling.
But Chiesa's not even on the board. Like that's the difference.
He's not even on the board. Chiesa is our Raheem Sterling. That's the rogue, risky signing that you do. That he was good 2-3 years ago. Let's see if we can get that player back. And the point I was making with Núñez is, he's had a pretty bad season, but there's times he's coming clutch. You look at Brentford. You look at PSG. You got the equaliser against Southampton at the weekend. This is a guy, by the way, that we were offered 80 million quid in January that the club turned down. So the point I'm making is there's stuff for Arne Slot to use. There's plenty of stuff at his disposal, and we can't you know, I mean, we can't take away Jurgen Klopp's handprints on it, in my opinion. And Jurgen Klopp, obviously, Arne Slot is the biggest part, of course, but Jurgen Klopp's hands are on this Liverpool side, and his fingerprints are on this league title as well. Of course, it is.
Fair enough. Just a quick one before we move on. What did Arne Slot do to be still suspended and on sitting up doing a Sam Allardyce?
The Everton thing.
He was arguing with the ref.
Everton?
No, the Everton, yeah.
Yeah,
when Mike Oliver sent him off.
Yeah, well, how many games is he banned for?
They gave him 2 in it. This is the second one.
Sorry, Everton they've only given him the suspensions now.
Yeah.
He missed
Newcastle City. I think he missed. Wait, yeah, he missed.
Bro, Everton was like 2 months ago,
like a month ago. Yeah. So he missed like Villa.
He missed Villa.
Remember, I think this suspension ban came like a few.
Yeah, it came after. Wait, hold on.
It was,
the Everton game, I kid you not, was like 6 games ago.
Yeah.
So he was on the touchline for Wolves. It was on the touchline for Wolves,
Villa,
Man City, Newcastle.
Yeah, I think Newcastle.
Newcastle was straight away banned. It was a retrospective.
Why? What did he say to the referee? What did he say?
Okay, so Peter, do you know what he said?
Go on.
So allegedly, there was some dispute, hence why, because I think they were investigating it, right? So allegedly, he goes up to the referee and he says, "If Liverpool don't win this league, it's your effing fault." That's what he said to them.
Good. He deserved. What's it called? The referee deserved that. The referee deserved that. Cause that's quick. Do you know what I like about the Dutch? There's no sugarcoat. There's no cover. Nonsense. There's no filter. No nonsense. You're the reason. You're the reason that I've lost this league title. Straight up and down. No, but think about it though. We've got referees who can't even mark what 10 yards look like.
Please. Oh,
come on.
And it's good Mike Oliver got sat down this weekend. That touched my heart.
He was in the Champions League this week.
Well, after his Crystal Palace Millwall performance.
Crystal Palace, he was at the Allianz Arena.
That shows you the level of UEFA business, bro. Premier League, he got sat down for the week. Hey, pattern up, bruv. Do you know what they need to do? Hold on. You see these referees, yeah?
He said if you lose the league, show.
Listen.
He was wearing a black trench coat. He went business.
I remember he was effing and blinding in English and Dutch.
It's a goal.
What's going on, David? Talk to us.
At the London Stadium, mate. Bruno Guimaraes has scored for Newcastle United. It's a brilliant ball in the box by I don't know who crossed it.
Is that 1-0 Newcastle?
1-0 Newcastle, mate. The two army are going mad.
Hang about. Why are they playing on Monday if they've got a cup final on Sunday?
Talk to me, blacks.
I mean, in fairness,
you got 6 days off, mate.
No, to be fair, Leicester didn't Leicester play last Thursday or no? Sorry, West Ham play last Thursday or no?
Yeah, they had a midweek game. It might have been a Tuesday.
Okay. Probably why.
Ain't nobody watched West Ham on a Tuesday night.
Right, very quickly then. I just want to go through the scores because we've gone on quite a bit. Chelsea beating Leicester City 1-0. I heard this game was not glamorous at all. Cole Palmer missing his first penalty. But goal from Raya to send.
Yeah, I did watch that game.
The Blues.
Didn't watch it.
It wasn't on TV.
Oscar, you know, because Oscar's an ardent Chelsea watcher. But basically, it's what's going on? Because I'm sure Oscar would have.
Chelsea top 4 is what it looks like, and or top 5 if things go away. But anyways,
guys, Chelsea could get a result at the Emirates this Sunday. They could get a result because they'll like if they just got to take the same blueprint though. They've got to pay attention to what everyone else is doing.
But you guys are better at home than away in general.
When was our last home win?
When was our last home win, mate?
In fairness, you beat City 5-1.
Sorry, how old were you when that happened?
I was 30. I was 33.
You were still your age now, but yeah,
I was 33, mate.
Barely, you know what I mean? It's a while ago.
Yeah. Listen, I get it. We beat City. Look, guess who else beat City? Nottingham Forest beat City at the
take around.
When are we going to agree that if this was any other manager, this would have been a firing? Pep wouldn't be here. This is bad.
Guys, listen. When you've won 6 league titles in 7 years,
it's impossible.
That's get grace.
It's true, Robin. Like if it's not Pep, they would be fired. But it's Pep. He's not getting. We cannot. He gets a year off.
Guys, you know Ferguson went three years in a row without winning a league title. Not even close.
Did he?
Yeah. The Invincibles.
Like he went 3 years.
Right. Was it the Mourinho
back Chelsea? The Mourinho just arrived and ruined everything.
But the Pep thing is this, Robin. By all means, from today to tomorrow, you can critique him, you can get on to him, you can ask why the hell hasn't he arrested the situation. But the F word, the F word goes far away.
You can't find the guy. My gripe is that he's not getting it. That's
he's
my
not getting
issue.
what?
I just don't think
Ferguson didn't get it.
Yeah. It can happen.
Fergie didn't finish lower than third either. But
let's look at the buck here.
Wow, where do you think City's finishing?
No, state of play there. What, fourth? I don't know.
Fifth right now.
Wow.
But you know what though? Saying this, by the way, just to park on City for a second, guys. Nottingham Forest will be playing Champions League football next season.
Yep.
Get ready.
But I don't know.
No, it's.
Imagine
it's gonna be top 5 in this Premier League. Top 5 is gonna be.
And here's the thing.
Did anyone watch the game? Did anyone watch the City game?
I just saw the highlights.
You didn't watch the beginning. You didn't get the atmosphere. You didn't take it all. You didn't drink it in.
What was that game on TV?
TNT. It was on 12:30 kickoff. It was a 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. Dude, it was so loud in the stadium. It was unbelievable. And then you wait for Champions League nights next season at the City ground over the Trent Bridge.
Listen, Peter, what I don't want Nottingham Forest to do is now go and spend big and then ruin the whole chemistry of the team. I know you have to because it's a step up, but
so then David, how would you do it?
They need to buy much.
They will need to replace Chris Wood, for example. They would need to buy
here and there. Don't make whole things.
Two big transfers is that they get a new striker and they get a new defensive midfielder. Job done.
Don't make holes.
I don't think anyone will leave because they're like, oh my gosh, playing Champions League.
Of course they won't leave.
No one's leaving. Yeah,
mate, they could literally go to Newcastle and say 100 million. Alexander Isak, bring him. They could literally do it.
No, they couldn't. But I hear it him, bro.
You don't think?
What is Ryan Yates still about?
Oh, sticky. Well, they got Morello and what's his name? Morello and Milenkovic. Listen, that's a solid centre half pairing.
That's probably top 4 pairings in the league.
It's solid this season.
Just keep your team together in it, man. Don't ruin your whole chemistry.
You need world class as a striker and as a defensive midfielder.
Here and there.
Off you go.
Yeah.
But you know what? Because I don't know if this is a part of a strategy, but before they were just helter-skelter. They're just buying Greek Donnies and names, and then it's now seen.
Remember, they replaced their whole squad, and that's what caused them to go down this season. Was it 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago?
Well, they never went down.
They had and then they had Jesse Lingard at one point. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
The year they came up is because the funny thing is they didn't expect to come up from the championship that year. That year they came up, it was like a freak accident, and all those players that they had were kind of out of contract, but they were championship 35-year-old players.
Yeah,
they weren't really trying to renew them contracts, and so it was like oh snap, we got to buy 20 players.
Yeah,
and they bought 20 players in that window. And just to stay afloat, they bent the rules, stayed afloat, and look at them now. It's paying off.
Peter, you know what? As much as this is a beautiful story, I'm so sorry. They literally flouted 2 middle fingers up to the rules. I said, fine. They said, dock us the points. That's fine.
Yeah.
They said, dock us the points.
That's fine.
Nuno kept them up, and then they said, let's go. Let's frigging go.
That's criminal.
And not one Forest fan is pleading moral anything. There's not one moral card out there. Why? Because they're going to be playing against Juventus in the Champions League next season.
Surely that's a pen.
What Mbappe is coming to the City ground.
Yeah.
I've seen Mbappe play at St James's
That'll
Park.
be
Anything can happen.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
No, guys, these men get loud for a Premier League 12:30 kickoff. In fact, last year I was there. No, the year before I was there last year, but the year before when we lost the league, that officially lost the league, and Man City were champions because we lost 1-0 out there. It was their last home game in the league, and they stayed up that day. Actually, the atmosphere that day.
Champions League, man. It does something to teams. It does something. No, but look at Villa this year. They just did something.
What? Good or bad?
Good.
Tremendous. Yeah.
But you know what?
You need to have a squad.
What are Villa doing in the last 16? They're there though.
Hey, you need to have a squad, though. What lie?
The truth is, if it was the old Champions League format, Villa would have got out of the group stage. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Newcastle are probably thinking, "What the hell is this?
Yeah, why
we should have
been in that. Yeah, we should have been in there.
That's what did they have? Did they have like they had freaking Dortmund,
Milan,
PSG.
Yeah, that group was funny.
It was a farce. That's what it was.
That group was hilarious.
It wasn't a group of death. It was just a group of hell. It was just it's like pick you. Which hell do you want?
Newcastle can beat this Club Brugge and all these, man, bruv.
Yeah,
man. Give us this
but can they beat Bayern Munich? Because that's what Villa did. Villa beat Bayern Munich.
But they gave PSG 4 at home last year, mate. 4. With Mbappe.
Yeah, but the return they got spanked. That was just home. That was just
then
home.
Again,
that was just home
got done over. But they got done over as well, didn't they? Because didn't they score a legitimate goal and then it was chalked offside. Guys, what was the other scores in the Premier League? I'll just quickly pull up the table here.
Brentford, Villa.
Oh, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Bournemouth 2. Guys, I'll tell you what. Bournemouth.
Yeah, what are you doing? Man. What are you doing, man?
What are you doing? You literally bottled the whole
Europe. A cheeky Europa could be coming.
They're aiming for the Champions League. Never mind Europa. Guys, the Champions League is available.
Yeah, man, it's available.
It's available for these man. Let me just move this over. Here we go. Yeah, Spurs 2, Bournemouth 2. Obviously, yeah, we know about that.
Bro, I see Kirkers.
Top notch.
Bring. Oh
yeah. God. Liverpool need a left back, don't they? So they could do with him.
He looks like a young Andy Robertson anyway. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, he's superb delivery to find Tavernier. Unbelievable goal.
Did you see the run?
Brother, didn't they intercept the play?
Yeah.
And then just bolt from his own half. You saying it was a great match to watch.
Peter, we watched this game together. Liverpool, Tottenham. Do you remember Alberto Moreno? Where he picks the ball up and he just going and nobody stops him.
That was at the old White Hart Lane.
Yeah, the old White Hart Lane. And
what was the score in that game? What was the score in that game? What was the score in that game again? Was it 3 or 4?
It was 3-0.
3-0. Lovely stuff. Brighton 2, Fulham 1. Good win there. Last minute winner for Brighton. Palace 1, Ipswich 0.
Another player I might be interested as well, actually.
Who's that?
João Pedro.
100%. 100%. Palace 1, Ipswich 0. Brentford 0, Aston Villa 1. And Wolves. Guys, Wolves versus Everton was at 8 o'clock kickoff on Saturday, bro.
Bro, what is going on, bro?
My days.
My God.
Blood. Oh, my days. Guys, dread. That is
Peter, do you know why they done it?
Why?
Because Sky wanted to retain viewers, right? Because they knew that this game will knock people the hell out. And then the PGA Tour, we're going to beat those numbers up. That's the PGA explanation. There's no way you're watching Everton versus Wolves at 8 o'clock and you're not dozing off. You're not dozing off for at least an hour or two.
Mate, nobody outside of Wolverhampton or Liverpool watched that fixture. Nobody. They were all at the ground. They were all at the game.
Guys,
there's no point having that game on TV.
I know we do a football podcast, but we don't love football. We don't love. We're not purists.
Let me show you another fixture that's happening on a Sunday at 7 p.m.
Honestly,
are you seeing this at London?
Work on Monday.
It's the last game before the international break, I believe.
Like I said, we're football men. We're not that much football men. 7 o'clock, Leicester, Man United. I feel sorry for the people that have to work that game. That's a howler. And for those fans that have to go to anyway, that's the howler. Howler.
Hey, Leicester's not an easy place to get to.
No, it's not. It's not indeed. Right. Let me see what the comments are saying because you guys have been chatting lovely. Maresca ball can put you to sleep. Listen, it might have to be what it is. The Palmer penalty. Did anybody see this? Nope.
I just heard he missed. I've not watched.
I said, watch someone bid 60 mil for Chris Wood. You're not wrong.
He's having a season. He's having a season.
He says he's having a Michu season. Do you remember Michu? Oh, it was a different level.
35.
Different level. Sam says, could Nottingham sign Jesus, Sterling, or maybe Grealish? Lower expectation might give those players the break they need. Jack Grealish would be a good one. That would be a good one for them, you know.
I'm just concerned about the fee.
By the way, shout out to Darren. Is it Darren Lewis? Shout out to Darren Lewis, bro. He's calling it out, mate. He's calling it out. He just literally said, listen, Grealish has been getting away with murder when you compare it to Marcus Rashford's treatment. Yeah, he said, "Hang on a minute, like he's having a look at Jack Grealish's performances, and he's just saying, like, you know, he's on a Sol Campbell. Like, is it a color thing? Is it an underbelly? Is it an underbelly thing?
My man's staggering out of a pub in the daytime.
Man. In the daytime. What guys? Maybe it's for Not That Guy. I've got a phenomenal story for Not That Guy this week. It's a joke. Jack Grealish is an alcoholic man.
No, genuinely.
Yeah, how many pubs there are in Manchester?
He's gonna struggle.
There's a lot.
What's it? Robinho. I heard. Where did they say that they found him stumbling out of a pub in? Was it in Sunderland? Sunderland.
Yeah.
You know, Man City have played Forest away.
The where?
The game before that. The game before that was
not the time. The where?
The where? Oh my days!
Was he at the Mobos or something? Because when the Mobos at Newcastle, I don't know.
Do you know what? He might have been.
That's a big shout. That's a very big shout.
It's a huge shout, but it's a big claw. That's a big tractor claw you've picked that up with.
Yeah.
So you may have stumbled across something. But if you play football in Manchester and your team is playing away in Nottingham, but you've been on the piss in Sunderland, mate.
I didn't even realize he was up in Sunderland because this was like a week or two ago. Yeah,
mate. That's the one, man. That's the one.
If every pub you can claim as a local, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, guys, what's the goal of the week?
He's got a tab in every pub.
What's the goal of the week?
Which goal made me? Yeah, Bruno's is what I'm thinking.
Is it?
That's the only goal I've seen. That's the only goal I saw.
That's a Seaman FA Cup 2003 claw. I love that. That is brilliant.
What's that guy's name? Paul Pistachio.
Pestis Calido.
Yeah, Pestis Calido was mental.
Like that, yeah.
What was that in 2003?
Oh yeah, at Old Trafford, semi-final.
She seemed earlier than that.
Right, at the Stretford end, mate.
Oh,
Rolled it out.
I thought it was 90s, but fairs.
Actually, it wasn't Stretford end. I think it was the other side. But anyway,
speaking of Stretford end,
yeah,
Declan Rice.
What goal of the week?
Yeah. You see the whip on that bad boy.
Do you know what? I didn't think it was all that great. You know,
I don't think it was all that great.
I thought it was a good goal. I just thought it was a good finish.
My guy mad. I thought that was excellent.
No, but everybody did. I just didn't think so.
Even the footwork from Timber and then Rice whipped it.
No, Tavernier's goal is the goal of the week.
Yeah, Kirkes.
Kirkes' whip into and you know, like it's that classic. It landed on the foot of Tavernier. Tavernier didn't need to do anything.
Just over the defender's head. Just out of reach.
It was beautiful. Like you said, he won the ball deep in his own half, bombed down the left-hand side, whipped it.
Peter, I'd be remiss if I let his efforts go in vain. No. That's a slap. That's an insult.
It is.
After all that work, if he's not on it.
No, he's on it. He has to be on it. Guys, and I know you're not going to throw the Peter Barnes or the Farage in this. And I want you guys to just be objective and look at what it is.
I'm gonna look at it of what you're saying. What do you?
No, we'll discuss it next week. Jed Spence. That's all I've got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. He can't defend to save his life.
No, I wouldn't go that far. No, I wouldn't go that
Okay.
far. He's solid.
Okay, we'll come back to it next week.
No, he's good.
More whip than cream on a Sunday. Landed rightly there. Peter, we need to discuss Bournemouth more and give them more time. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Only 4 points off top 4 and it's March. We shall. I think next week we've got to definitely have a good discussion on Bournemouth because I think the fixture, who have they got next week? They've got Brentford at home next week, so they should be able to collect some good points. But goal of the week goes to Tavernier. What's his first name? Is it Marcus Tavernier?
Marcus. I think he's got a brother called James.
It is the brother. I was thinking, did he come from Rangers? And I'm like, oh no, wait, the brother plays for Rangers. Yeah. Right. Player of the week.
David Raya, mate.
David Raya.
Yeah.
David Raya.
What? Mistake as well?
Oh,
That's a good point, mate. It's a good point. He did make some outstanding saves.
Okay, we can't give it to him because that free kick was a howler still.
No, although he more than made up for it.
You know, Salah with another double. I don't know, mate.
Yuck! No, not Salah.
Yeah. No, I mean Salah.
No standouts. No standouts.
I'm happy with David Raya. If there's no standout,
I'll give it to David Raya, mate.
Yeah, I mean, Kirkes was exceptional against Bournemouth for Bournemouth. That's the thing. If Bournemouth had won, I would probably give it to Kirkes.
You can still give it to Kirkes because the player of the week does have to define the team.
No, but he conceded 2 goals at the end of the game.
Did he?
Yeah, no, but like, as in, he's a goalkeeper, but like Bournemouth were 2 up with 10, 15 minutes to go.
Kepa though, man.
Yeah, Kepa had a shocker. Anyway,
in fairness, unless I've not been privy to it, but he's behaved himself largely this season. He's not been.
Yeah.
So we got goalkeepers. Some good goalkeeping this week. Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what, Alisson gets a mention.
Alisson's performance on Wednesday carries over if you want.
Obviously, let's not talk about the Saturday though.
Let's not talk about the Saturday. We can't.
Although in fairness, that was mainly Van Dijk, to be fair.
But anyway, David Raya gets the player of the week. Team of the week.
Do you know what's so sad about this? I was thinking about this, guys. Arsenal made history this week, scoring the most goals away in a European game, and nobody's talking about it. They're all upset.
Yeah,
you should be team of the week. You should be.
Too right.
It should be.
Yeah.
Listen, PSV were not a serious team, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but even so, no one has gone away and scored 7 at the ground.
PSV were not serious. The third goal, I switched off. I went to the Madrid derby, mate. I couldn't take PSV seriously, man.
By the way, this was a good shout for Ollie Watkins. He's been getting booed a lot by Brentford the last couple of seasons. I remember when he went in the net, he shushed the fans that time. He's rooting for Villa. He's big on Villa, saying Villa should get it. Big win in Bruges, followed up with another win. Big up the Villa team of the week.
I've just had a thought, mate. You need to be the way you man are playing. You need to eat every goal. You can't be turning off nothing.
Yo, AD, you need to sanitize, bro. You need to sanitize, bro. Whoever that error they sneezed.
Anyways.
No, I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious, bro. You need to sanitize, bro.
That's crazy. Now, David, you've got this habit of turning games off and Arsenal scoring, and then the next week on the podcast, you're wondering where the goals are gone. Drink it in, man.
Drink it in, man.
When you turned it off at 3 goals, there's 4 more to go.
The defending was unserious.
The defending was unserious.
I was falling asleep. Listen.
Liverpool 8.
AD. I just got the hookup, bro. I got TNT on, blood. I'm waiting to be entertained, blood, and you're giving me this snooze fest.
Are you not entertained?
I was not entertained. I went to the Madrid derby, man. Come on, man.
And you were entertained. The Madrid derby was very entertaining.
I need a tight game, bro. After work, you know, I can't be having no easy 7. The defender, nah, man.
PSV were on a jolly up. They took the piss, man.
PSV took the mick, bro.
No, but it just made me look at Juventus and say, you can't beat this.
Oh, and they got battered over the weekend.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they did. Team of the week is Aston Villa.
Yeah, we'll give it to them.
It's Aston Villa. They've done well. Who's not that guy this week?
PI ain't got one, bro.
Let me tell you something, guys.
You tell us. Between
playing RZ Alkmaar away and Bournemouth at home, where do you think Yves Bissouma was?
Joe, where was he?
Skiing.
Why?
Because he's a clown. That's why. Have you seen the picture of him in the whole ski mask and everything?
No, you're lying.
This is just odd behavior.
You're lying.
Wait.
I think
was he in?
I don't know. I don't know what country he was in. Actually, that's a good question.
Somewhere the outstretches far and wide. He could be in Slovakia.
There's a game that he was. There was a game he was dropped for. There was a. I think he dropped for the RZ game. He got dropped because when the press asked at Postecoglou flipped. He flipped. He just said, "Forget asking me these stupid questions." And it's like, of course he's not going to play. It's like, well, I don't need to tell my players what to do, but it can't be skiing. Skiing's a serious sport, guys. I don't understand how players have time to go and find. You know how many games we're playing in a season? We're playing so much football in such short space of time, and you've got mileage to go and do another sport.
Oh my god!
And then did you see his performance against Bournemouth? Hooked half time.
Have you seen him all season, by the way?
Shocking.
That's a player I had high stocks. That's a player I would have.
A lot of people had high stocks in Bissouma.
Do you know what though? I think there's something about that defensive midfield in Tottenham because Ndombele had it. Yves Bissouma had it. And by the way, what is Pape Sarr?
He's young.
I don't give a. Anyway. I don't know.
But yeah, we can give it to him. Skiing in March. You can ski in March, but you can't beat that during the
Musa Sissoko.
I'm serious.
You can't be skiing while the thing's on.
Can I tell you who's also not that guy, yeah?
Go on.
I can also give you a little Elon Musk, mate. These Tesla stocks are dropping.
Are they dropping? He dropped,
bro. It's now cost his stock, yeah. Now costs like $222, bro. Go buy yourself some Tesla stock.
Let me get involved.
Get involved, man. It's going down, man.
Oh, so funny,
going down like the Tesla.
It's crazy, mate. It's
go buy yourself some
crazy.
Stock, bro.
Anyway, yeah, we might have to get it, put it all together, mate. Put all our dollar together, mate.
Bro.
Get that 0.01%, boy.
Yeah.
Oh my days. All right, guys, that is wrapping up this week's Top 4 podcast. It's been tremendous. You guys have been phenomenal scenes. We shall be back next week after Liverpool and Newcastle meet in the Carabao Cup final. Arsenal. Arsenal will find out who they meet, which Madrid team will they meet this week. Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, European stuff is on the line. Listen, we're trying to be efficient. We're just trying to get it moving.
Be efficient, bro.
This idea
of
what
it is because the person that complains that we take too long isn't here.
No, scandalous. I'm fighting for Oscar's rights.
Would you believe it?
Although, you know what?
Storylines, Adrian. Storylines.
I did that for run. I hear it. Although, I was in the show one day. Did you know why the podcast takes long? And what other podcasts don't do? I actually had this thought. You know what? We talk about every game.
We don't. When I say other fixtures,
we actually don't.
When I say other fixtures, I'm just like 2-1.
No, what I mean is because if Oscar was here, there'd have been a Chelsea bit. You know what I'm saying? And also, Arsenal and United played each other,
which helped.
So we've turned 4, potentially 5 segments into about 2.
Yeah. That was basically it. And even then, I still feel like we've overrun because I really was aiming 9:30. I was aiming 9:30. Because
Arsenal's a basket case all on its own, as is United. And,
and you think the pods will just get just mundane all the way, because we know what we know what next week is. We know what we're going to say about Arsenal. We know what we're going to say about Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is.
It's 1-0 to the Newcastle, mate. So I had to end, mate. 89 minutes.
Phenomenal scenes. We're finishing before the Monday. We're finishing before the Monday night football.
Yeah,
incredible scenes, Jeff. What's the West Ham game saying? Yep, David has mentioned it.
1-0, 6 minutes added on time. Go lock yourself on Sky Sports. Sky Sports main event, bruv. Go watch the rest of the game, man.
Oh, it's Murad in today.
Saying
Murad. Yeah, it was in there somewhere. Okay. He said he's not. He was there.
He was there today.
He's not allowed to. God forbid, yeah. He says he's not allowed to say #champions-elect, mate.
Guys,
Arsenal fans.
Let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here, man.
Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, it's been fun with you guys, and we will be back next Monday, 8 p.m. Top 4 podcast. Until next time, we'll see you. Peace. We out.